infrastructure watch, yeah.
Yeah, hello, you're welcome to Infrastructure Watch, showing on all social media platforms. But of course, you can only get the premium audio quality on Ray Power 100.5 FM. Now, Infrastructure Watch is all about housing, construction, roads, works, aviation, marine, and everything in between infrastructure. On today's episode, I have a very, very valuable guest, a young man doing very well within the infrastructure sector in Nigeria. But before we go to the guests, let's take a look at what's happening in the world of infrastructure news. I'll be back, don't go anywhere.
We have become the perfect standard for the complete growth of your child. From academics to science and tech, sports, music, and every extracurricular activity, we've got you covered. We are King's Care Universal School, with the most up-to-date infrastructural capacity, excellent and internationally certified teachers. Education has never been this impeccable. Every child deserves a bright future. Every child deserves the best. Every child deserves an amazing educational development today. At King's Care Universal School, every child is a genius. From crèche to college, we have a space for every child. Visit us today. Our 3 campuses are located at King's Care Avenue off Victor Ayeye Street by Amak Market, FHA Estate, Lugbe, FCT, Abuja. Call now 0816-019-3272 or 0705-705-3225 or visit www.kingscareschool.com. King's Care Universal School, a school with a difference.
You're welcome to Infrastructure News and Infrastructure Watch. Nigeria's Tinubu approves new infrastructure fund to boost competitiveness. Nigeria's President Bola Tinubu recently announced the creation of a new infrastructure fund, part of a series of measures to boost the economy and ease the inflationary impact of his decision to scrap an expensive petrol subsidy. The new Infrastructure Support Fund, ISF, it is believed will help Nigeria's 36 states revamp transportation, including upgrades of farm-to-market roads. It will also fund health, education, power, and water projects. The President's office said in a statement without providing details of how it will be funded. The fund will improve economic competitiveness, create jobs, and deliver economic prosperity for Nigerians. Those were the words of the statement from the President's office. The announcement came a day after a program where free grains were distributed and subsidized fertilizer were unveiled. The fund is expected to be managed by the central bank. Tinubu has been under pressure to offer relief to households and small businesses after he scrapped a popular but expensive petrol subsidy that kept prices cheap for decades but cost the government $10 billion last year, leading to wider deficits and driving up debts. Labor unions in particular have criticized the government's ending of the fuel subsidy without measures to mitigate rising prices. In another measure to ease inflation, Nigeria also plans to freeze 790 billion naira of 1.9 trillion naira of federal revenue that had been due to be shared among its 3 tiers of government in June. There was also a statement from the presidency. Distributable revenue among the tiers of government also tripled after the removal of the subsidy and the move to liberalize the exchange rate. Inflation, which has been in double digits since 2016, in June climbed further to 22.79%. Here at Infrastructure Watch, we will continue to keep tabs on every information on infrastructure in Nigeria. Over now to AFAM on Talk Point.
It's infrastructure watch. Everything housing, roads, construction, power, infrastructure watch, yeah.
While we wait to see how the newly approved infrastructure fund by the president is going to boost the infrastructure sector in Nigeria, we're keeping our tabs on that on Infrastructure Watch. Permit me to welcome the one and only our guest today on Infrastructure Watch, Mr. Joshua Owabo. Come on in, my brother. You're looking nice.
Yeah, thank you so much for having me.
Yeah, this is Infrastructure Watch.
Yeah.
And this is Mr. Joshua Owabo. Now, he is the CEO, the managing director, the executive director, am I right?
You're very correct.
Of 1223 Projects.
Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. It's my pleasure.
It's such an honor to be on the platform.
Good. Now, before we go further into key questions on 1223 Projects. Let's talk about how your brand started.
1223 Projects Limited started like every other company with a vision to see how we can actually bridge the housing deficit. You know, in Nigeria, there's a housing deficit, and Abuja is a fast developing city, and everyone who comes into Abuja wants to either acquire a property, an affordable land, and sometimes they don't know how to go about it. And we all know housing is one of the major necessities in the world next to food. Everybody wants to get a home, wants to get a place where they can rest their head. And that is how 1223 Projects Limited was born, to see how we can cushion that struggle for people within and outside Abuja to acquire properties.
Now that's amazing. You try to bridge the housing deficit in Nigeria.
Definitely. Starting
Starting off in Abuja. I like that. Okay, now, while you're bridging the housing deficit in Abuja, tell us where your locations are.
Currently, we have 3 locations across Abuja. We have in the Maraba houses. We also have in the Karishi houses. Then we also have along the airport road, which is in the Lugbe Piakasa. Karishi is one of the fastest developing districts in the FCT. Likewise as Lugbe and Maraba. A lot of people who work within the Abuja city center also come in from Maraba. Yeah, a lot of people want to also get their own home because housing is cheap in Maraba. Likewise, Karishi. So we said, okay, yeah, those who could not buy these properties or this plot of land because they don't know how to go about it, 1223 Projects Limited, through our estate, which we are currently developing, which is the Mayfair Luxury Homes, the Mayfair Classic, and the Mayfair Paradise, is to provide them the opportunity where they can buy these plots of land in our estate so they can develop over time. And so we have 3 locations. We have the Maraba Hassel, we have the Karishi, and then the Lugbe Piakasa.
Now, something strikes me about your project, and I must tell you, I'm impressed.
Thank you so
you
much.
have in Maraba, Karishi, and Lugbe Piakasa. Now, but you see, the truth is, and I believe you probably been experienced to that, where we have a lot of people who buy properties and then they are scammed of their hard-earned resources.
Definitely.
So, are you telling me that 1223 Projects, they are authentic, they are original, no issues about trust?
No issues about trust. We are credible, we are reliable, and we're a brand that you can trust. Over the years, when we started the 1223 Projects Limited, because, like I said, we had that vision of providing affordable landed properties. Last year, the 1223 Projects Limited was made the official real estate developers for the FCDA and FCTA staff multipurpose cooperatives. The FCDA staff cooperative has a membership strength of over 40,000 members. That tells you how credible for 1223 Projects Limited to be the official developers. And then we've been providing affordable houses to their staffs. Yeah, we might not be able to cater for every of them, but the ones that could afford to get, because most of these staffs, they don't know how to access their mortgage. Okay. They don't know how, but 1223 Projects Limited brought that solution to them where they can get these houses via their mortgage. And then that tells you how credible, how reliable, how trustworthy the 1223 Projects Limited brand is in providing affordable properties.
This is amazing. I mean, you help the staffs of the FCDA. Now, for those of you wondering what the meaning of FCDA, if I'm not wrong, I think it's the Federal Capital Development Authority, right?
Yes.
Now, that's the premium organization that actually caters for the administration of the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja, where the president sits. And, I mean, if you can actually get to this level of credibility, it shows how authentic you are.
Definitely.
Now, you mentioned something about helping the staffs to get their housing facilities via mortgage.
Yes.
Now, tell us a bit about that, because some organization might be listening to us now, might be watching us also on social media, and they're thinking, yes, we want our staffs to access mortgage, make it easy for them. They want you guys to come and also work for them and make this thing happen. Okay. Tell us, how do you do that?
Yeah, a lot of these organizations, once they get a salary, they have a contributions they make to housing.
Okay.
Yeah, and then sometimes they don't know how to access it via the Federal Mortgage Bank. Okay. So what we do is that we get the properties for them. We also, once they're able to pay up their equity, which is 20% equity, we'll get them, register them on our mortgage plan, and also get the loan and everything from the federal mortgage. So they'll be able to pay over probably 20 years, depending on their time in service. There are some who could get these properties and maybe they have other sources from their spouses and thereby they could pay that mortgage, but sometimes they don't know how to get it because information is power.
Yeah, sure.
Information is power. So what we do is that we enlighten them, we let them know that yes, you can get these houses at a very affordable rate. Now, some of the properties most of these staff members have gotten, these properties you could get it if you want to buy it off the market as well as 30 million, but because they are getting it via the mortgage, they could get it for as low as 15 million, 18 million, and you can see the benefits of them contributing, and they are seeing their contribution because once they retire, they won't be able to access this money they've been saving all their lives in service. So by the time they're able to get these houses, it's be one of the benefits for them to say, okay, my 35 years in service, this was what I was able to acquire.
You sound like you know so much about mortgage. I'm telling you the fact, you just enlightened me about 20% equity.
Yeah.
I never knew about that. And I mean, I'm on Infrastructure Watch. How amazing. Okay, now for our listeners listening to us right now on Repower 100.5 FM and those watching us across our social media platforms, they want to know how affordable your properties are from Maraba to Karishi to Lugbe Piakasa. Tell us about the affordability of these properties.
Yeah, our properties are very, very affordable. You can actually get a 300 square meter plot to build a 2-bedroom bungalow with a BQ for as low as 850,000 naira in our Mayfair Luxury Homes Phase 3 in Karishi. Like I said, we have 3 different locations with different prices. In Karishi, for example, we have the Mayfair Luxury Homes Phase 2, the Mayfair Luxury Homes Phase 3, the Mayfair Classic, and the Mayfair Paradise currently selling. Now, you could get a 300 square meter plot to build a 2-bedroom bungalow with a BQ for as low as 850,000 naira. Then you can also get a 450 square meter plot for those who want to build a 3-bedroom bungalow with a BQ for as low as 1,350,000 naira. While for those who want to build a 4-bedroom or a 5-bedroom duplex, you can get a 700 square meter plot for 1,950,000 naira. Then also for the Mayfair Luxury Homes Phase 2, you can get the same 300 square meter plot for 1 million naira. Then you can also get the 450 square meter plot for 1.5 million naira. While the 700 square meter plot in the Phase 2 of the Mayfair Luxury Homes is just going for 2.5 million naira. And like I said, we also have the Mayfair Paradise. In the Mayfair Paradise, we have just 2 prototypes of building. We have the 300 square meter plot for a 2-bedroom bungalow with a BQ, and it's selling for just 1.5 million naira, while the 400 square meter plot in the Mayfair Paradise is selling for 2 million naira. Then lastly, in Karishi, we have the Mayfair Classic. The Mayfair Classic is almost sold out. It's one of our premium estates. We have just the 300 square meter plots currently selling. And in that Classic, the 300 square meter plot is selling for 1.8 million naira. While for those who want to buy our properties in Maraba, also, our properties in Maraba is at Maraba Aso C, and then we have the Mayfair Luxury Homes currently developing there. We have the 300 square meter plot selling for just 1 million naira, while the 400 square meter plot, which is for the 3-bedroom bungalow with a BQ, is selling for 1.5 million naira. Then lastly, along Lugbe Piakasa, we have the Richville Estate. Now in the Richville Estate, we have just 1 prototype of building, which is the 450 square meter plot. Now in that 450 square meter plot, you can build a 4-bedroom or a 5-bedroom duplex, fully detached with 2 rooms, boys quarter, and it's selling for just 7 million naira. And I can tell you, all our properties across all our locations are the most affordable. You can go verify.
You heard it from the CEO, 1223 Projects. He said all the properties across all locations in Abuja are the most affordable. You can go verify. While we verify, let's take a short break, and I'll be back. Don't go anywhere. It's still Infrastructure Watch.
It's Infrastructure Watch. Everything housing, roads, construction, power, infrastructure Watch. Yeah.
You're welcome back. You're still watching Infrastructure Watch, and it's 100.5 FM Repower Abuja. Now, my guest is still here, the CEO of 1223 Projects. Amazing. It's good to still have you here with us.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure.
Yeah.
Young men doing big things. Now, just tell me about this, because I know you're quite young, and definitely there are some challenges in this business, the real estate sector, which you are involved in, can you tell us a little bit of those challenges and how you're overcoming them?
Yeah, some of those challenges boils down to infrastructure, providing infrastructures around where these estates are located. Once the government is able to create this infrastructure, it will also help in opening these areas. Now, for example, Karachi, Karachi has infrastructures in some locations, but there are some locations that these infrastructures are not so good, and then because a lot of people feel, because you're a developer, you're supposed to provide these infrastructures, and they don't know, because of those infrastructure, once you're providing those infrastructure, the value of the land keeps increasing because you're putting it back into the properties you're selling. But if government is able to provide those infrastructures, it will also help in the development of those areas.
I was going to ask you about your Lube Piakasa facility, but before I do that, let's take this short break, and of course this Infrastructure Watch, and you'll be listening to Infrastructure Data Analysis in a jiffy. We'll be back, don't go anywhere.
On infrastructure data, our focus will be on Nigeria's infrastructure deficit, which has been projected as 40% short of World Bank standard. Nigeria's infrastructure deficit, amounting to 30% of its gross domestic product, GDP, falls short of the international benchmark of 70% set by the World Bank, the International Trade Office of the U.S. Department of Commerce observed. With Nigeria's population growing at a rate of over 2.5% per year and an expected population of 400 million people by 2050, the U.S. agency worries that the current infrastructure in the country is likely to be overwhelmed. The World Bank has projected that Nigeria will need to invest $3 trillion to reduce its infrastructure deficit. The 2019 Global Competitive Index report ranked Nigeria 130th out of 141 economies surveyed for quality infrastructure facilities, with a score of 48.33 out of 100 total points. The country still has over 50% infrastructure deficits. Also, Nigeria was ranked 24th out of 54 African countries in the Africa Infrastructure Development Index, AIDI, 2020, with a total score of 23.26. Nigeria lags behind Egypt at second place with 88.3 points and Libya at third with 82.9 points. Over 5 years, between 2016 to 2020, though slowly, Nigeria has recorded a marginal increase in infrastructure development across selected components, namely transport, power, ICT, and water and sanitation. Despite obvious improvement, the country still needs to catch up to 23 African countries. Now, that's all on infrastructure data.
We have become the perfect standard for the complete growth of your child. From academics to science and tech, sports, music, and every extracurricular activity, we've got you covered. We are King's Care Universal School, with the most up-to-date infrastructural capacity, excellent and internationally certified teachers. Education has never been this impeccable. Every child deserves a bright future. Every child deserves the best. Every child deserves an amazing educational development today. At King's Care Universal School, every child is a genius. From crèche to college, we have a space for every child. Visit us today. Our 3 campuses are located at King's Care Avenue off Victor Ayeye Street by Amak Market, FHA Estate, Lugbe, FCT, Abuja. Call now 0816-019-3272 or 0705-705-3225 or visit www.kingscareschool.com. King's Care Universal School, a school with a difference.
It's infrastructure was everything: housing, roads, construction, power. Infrastructure was, yeah.
You're welcome back to Infrastructure Watch. Now, that was infrastructure data analysis on the show. Now, let's rewind a bit. Okay, you talked about the Apo Karachi Road.
Yes.
Okay, now I've been there, I think, once. Tell us, how ready is the road?
Okay, the last time I passed through the Apo Karachi, which is a couple of months ago, I can tell you the work is actually ongoing right now.
No, that was 2 months ago.
Yeah, about 3 months ago.
Okay, 3 months ago. All right.
I drove actually from Karachi through that route to Abuja, and I've driven past that route in about 3-4 times now, and it's almost ready. It's almost ready, but because they've not finished it 100%, and a lot of people are not applying to that route. A lot of people still prefer the Karonyanya, Jikoye houses to Karachi. But I can tell the ones that road is 100% complete, a lot of people will be applying to that route. It's very short. It's about 15-20 minutes drive.
15-20 minutes drive from Apo Karachi.
From Karachi to Apo, where you have the Apo roundabout.
Oh,
yes.
It's 15 minutes drive.
15 minutes drive.
Wow, that's amazing. Very, very short. Okay, now, recently, the federal government, headed by President Tinubu, Bola Tinubu, appointed Nyesom Wike as the Minister of the FCT. Now, in your thoughts, as a real estate developer, I mean, you've been in this sector for... Let's just talk to me quickly. How long have you been in this sector now?
Yeah, we've been in this sector for 2 years.
2 years.
2 years.
Okay.
Yes. Providing affordable houses.
Providing affordable houses for 2 years.
For 2 years.
Now, 2 years is a long time. That's about 24 months.
Yes.
So that means you have a lot of experience about the city center, Abuja, and the outskirts.
Definitely.
So what do you think is on the table now for the incoming FCT minister? In fact, not just incoming, he's already the FCT minister.
Yes.
Nyesom Wike, Barrister Nyesom Wike. What do you think should be his mindset now towards developing the Federal Capital Territory? What should be at the top of his agenda now, today?
Yeah, we all know the Honorable Minister, Nyesom Wike, is a man that loves projects. He's a man that loves commissioning projects. He's a man that loves development.
In fact, I just forgot. Yes, it's actually called Mr. Projects.
It's Mr. Projects.
Mr. Projects.
Yes.
Okay, tell us what should be on the mind of Mr. Projects.
Yeah, so what should be on the minds of Mr. Projects, which is the Honorable Minister? We are looking forward to more projects within the Abuja City Center and also outside the Abuja City Center, because sometimes a lot of concentrations are happening within the Abuja City Center, but there are a lot of people that comes in from outside the Abuja City Center, from Kuje, from Maraba, from Kubwa, from Suleja, those houses, even the Apo also. And then these people want infrastructure, because once the roads are opened up, it will be easier for them to come over to the Abuja City Center to work as well. Then also, in terms of the Abuja City Center, one thing I also noticed over the time past is that Abuja City Center is always dark at night. So we want to see a minister that also light up Abuja, ensures that those dark spots are being lit up also. And there are some projects the past administrations were started. We don't want to see those projects stopped. We want to see those projects commissioned by His Excellency, the Honorable Minister of FCT. We also have some projects within the Abuja City Center that we also want to see that is being completed by the Honorable Minister. Not just, for me, not just the Abuja City Center. The Abuja City Center is beautiful already, but let's also concentrate on these other places where the lot of people that work within Abuja stays. And also the transportation infrastructure as well is also very important.
Yes, transportation infrastructure in the
FCT. It's very, very important.
Yeah. Because it seems to be non-existent, right?
I'm telling you, it's not in existence. So if we can also work on that transportation infrastructure, it will also be good for us.
But before we round up the show on Infrastructure Watch, I'd like you to tell us something. I mean, how satisfied have your clients been in 2 years?
Wow. For 2 years now, since we've been developing the Mayfair Luxury Homes, the Mayfair Classic, the Mayfair Paradise, our clients have been very impressive. You know, one thing that a lot of people fear the most when it comes to acquiring properties or landed properties from developers is that they don't know when they will get their physical locations. They don't know how. So, because you hear some people say, okay, I bought a parcel of land 10 years ago, 5 years ago. I don't even know where the land is. They didn't give me any document to say, okay, this is my property. But with 1223 Projects Limited, we've been able to give out those who have bought from us their physical location, show them their plots so they can start developing. For the Mayfair Luxury Home brand, We've sold out the Mayfair Luxury Homes Phase 1. We've done our fiscal allocation. For the Phase 2, we've also done 50% of the fiscal allocation for those who have bought, while for the Mayfair Classic, we've done about 96% fiscal allocations to everyone who has bought. Then the Mayfair Luxury Homes in Maraba as well, we've also done fiscal allocation. So those are the things that gives them joy that they want to come back. And I can tell you for free is that for the past 24 months that we've been pushing this brand, we've been able to put joy in the faces of Nigerians. About 650 subscribers.
Wow, 650
subscribers cut across all our locations.
Wow, that's amazing.
That tells you how credible, how reliable, and how Nigerians trust the 1223 Projects Limited brand.
Now, I think I'm tempted to go get like maybe one plus each from across your locations, on Ray Power 100.5 FM. This is Infrastructure Watch. Now, in case somebody wants to get across to 1223 Projects, what are the numbers to call and what's your address?
Okay, for those who want to give us a call, send us a message on WhatsApp for further inquiries. You can call Rosemary on 090-58-58-5843. The number again to reach Rosemary is 090-58-58-5843. Or you can call Tolani on 080-3792-3939. The number again to reach Tolani is 080-3792-3939. Or for those who want to come over to our offices for verification or inquiries also, you can come over to our Area 2 office, which is located at number 14 Amasuma Street, off Kazori Street, off Oyo Street, Area 2, Abuja. Or better still, you can come into our SCD office, which is located inside the engineering building, and it's just by the Staff Multipurpose Cooperative Office in Area 11, Gariki, Abuja. If you stay around the Karo Hazards, we have an office in Karo, which is located at Shafa Filling Station Plaza. The plaza is just by CBN Junction along the Karo Chikoyi Road, Karo, Abuja.
Now, that's a wide array of information just rolled into one: numbers, website addresses, email addresses. Did you also call your email address, right?
Yeah. For those who want to send us an email, our email is info@1223projects.com.
Amazing. So they are really, really packed out for business. They are ready to serve you, give you your plots in Abuja. No issues, no trust issues. You can always count on 1223 Projects to deliver to you your prime property from Maraba to Karishi and to Lube Piakasa. It's been an amazing time on Infrastructure Watch, hanging out with the CEO, Managing Director, the Executive Director himself, Mr. Joshua Wabo of 1223 Projects. Thank you so much for finding time to hang out with us here. We really, really appreciate
Thank you so much
your presence.
It's an honor.
More of an honor to have you. Till we come your way again, same time on Ray Power 100.5 FM Abuja. Keep watching on all our social media platforms. Keep listening. Remember, it's Infrastructure Watch on Ray Power 100.5 FM Abuja every Mondays, 5:30 p.m. Don't go anywhere. Don't touch it down. Don't shift your gaze. We'll be back next week.
It's infrastructure. Wow.